Therefore, I don't think today I'm very fat because so many clothes. So before starting, I would like to invite all of you. We keep 1 minute silence, pray for word of peace. Thank you. What is the topic today? Can you tell me?
Yes, Master. Where and how to find peace and happiness?
Yes. This is very interesting subject. Generally, the people looking for peace and happiness. And even there's a person 70 years old, but they do not. Why we cannot find the happiness? Peace. Firstly, one of the fundamental, the secret to find peace, happiness, means we have to believe the law of the karma. Because when we believe the law of karma, we dare not to disturb the people. We dare not disturb the people, and then people not disturb us. And even though those people disturb us, then they have problem by themselves. And then, according to the certain precept, Panchasila, we should not stealing. And we're stealing. Sooner or later, the police will catch us, isn't it? No stealing, no lying lie. And the people, they live in the peaceful, their family happy. We should not misinterpret, or we should not interfere their family problem. And we do not talk back to them. And then peace. And even the mouth, we should eat the right food, then happy. And if we talk the wrong way, and then many trouble to us, even we go to the jail. Recently in Vietnam, some people, they have the mouth, but they talking, now they in jail. We are in Australia. We should follow Australian law. When we are living in USA, we must follow American law. If we are in India, Nepal, we must follow local Indian or Nepali law. And if we are living in Vietnam, we must follow Vietnamese law. We should not talk like this. You see, the mouth is very dangerous. They also bring the peace, and they also bring the danger. Eating wrong thing, sickness. Talking something, go to the jail. That is a happiness. Very close to us. Yeah, very simple. Why we're looking so many, for example, sorry, I don't want to cite the name. Sometimes I heard on television, on Vietnam, on YouTube, some people before very poor, now a little rich. They are very proud. Oh, they talk, criticize everyone now. Then I'm not a fortune teller, but I told many students, you see, this lady soon or later he in jail. Now he in jail more than 1 year. Yeah, that the happiness is very close to us. Believe the law karma, and if possible, you recite and practice Mangala Sutta. Sure, gratefulness. Believe, respect the law, respect the parent, respect the local country. There's no problem. Yeah, why we should? Even I have seen many. There's so many diplomas. They bring about 20 diploma around, but their life is a big problem. There's no happiness because the happiness is close to them, close to us. For example, now I don't want to tell I'm not proud. When I come to any country, I apply my part of my master. Firstly, I have to respect the local culture. Anywhere, if I go Africa, I try to adjust. Then I come to India, no Vietnamese community, but I live with them very happily. I watching what they do, what they don't do. Then I follow them. Then okay. That is the happiness. That is the happiness. Yeah. So you see, very simple. And even I have seen many millions of people, but they're not happy because they are looking what they cook the thing they cannot touch. Even now, you see, we are living on the earth. We have wonderful earth, everything, and people do not respect. People destroy environment and they go to the moon and go to another planet. What for? Another planet, some planet, they have no water, no oxygen. So I believe if they live there, within 1 hour they will die. But here, if we don't have food, we have oxygen, we have the land, we plant. So the happiness is close with us. Even the family and the family around us, we don't disturb them. When anything, we call them. Suppose I'm living now, I'm living in the Nepal, there's no Vietnamese community. But so many Nepali around here, when I call, they come, 100%, anytime. Yeah, that is my happiness. When I'm sick, I told so many doctors come. No need, I go to the hospital. You see, that is the secret. So now I would like to invite John, share your idea. Oh.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Master. I don't have 5 coats on. I'm just very big. Yes. So finding peace and happiness. We all tend to look to find happiness. Oh, where's happiness here? Oh, happiness is in a cup of coffee, and happiness is in watching the sunrise. And it can be in the moment, but we need to change our thinking so that we can enjoy that. But happiness comes from inside. I'll tell you a little story. Some years ago, there was a friend of mine who wasn't happy. He's working for his boss was a very difficult man to work for. And I said, oh, happiness, you've got to change your thinking so you can be happy in your job and everything will be wonderful. He goes, John, but you don't understand. My boss, he's a dragon. He is a very bad man, you know. One day he's good, next day he's bad, he's screaming, shouting. How can I be happy? And he had a friend tell him, you should start your own business. Get your own business, then you will be the boss and then you will be happy. So he started his own business and he realized that it was difficult, but he thought, I will keep going because in the end, I will be happy because I will be my boss and I'll be happy. So he learned to deal with the tax department. He learned to deal with the Department of Labor. He learned to deal with WorkSafe. He learned all these different things. And then he started up his own business and he changed locations to be a better location. And then he had problems with the delivery man and they had problems with the customers and problems with the clients. But he thought, that's okay. In the future, I will be happy. I will learn to deal with it. And as time went by, I moved over here and I was keeping in contact with him and he was learning all these things. He was learning to not listen to people who gave him bad advice. He was learning new skills. He moved his location so it would be better. And he started realizing that his family was the #1 priority. And he started to be grateful for the things that worked for him. I've gone, this sounds very familiar. This man building his business so he could be happy. It sounds very familiar. And then I looked up, Mahamangala Sutta, don't associate with the foolish. So he learned to do that by himself. Right? He learned new skills. He changed his location. He learned to put his family first. And he he learned to be humble, and he learned gratitude, and he became happy. And it wasn't because of his job, it was because he changed his thinking in his actions. And this was a wonderful, wonderful thing to witness, that my friend, this person I knew, he was able to change and become happy just by chasing his dream. He was clever enough to learn along the way that he can't change other people. He was clever enough to learn that if somebody doesn't do what I want them to do, then we have a conflict. And he realized that he was trying to change other people so he would be happy. And when he realized that, he started to change himself, his own thinking, and learn to make a peaceful way. And he learned to smile and engage with people and look in their eyes and feel compassion and love for them. And this is everything that is in the Mahamangala Sutta. So I introduced that Mahamangala Sutta to him, and this is a wonderful thing. So if we can put the Mahamangala Sutta into practice, into everyday practice, then our world can change. My world changed when I moved to Vietnam more than 3 years ago now. It was the same thing. I always respect. I'm a very, very fortunate man. I was lucky to travel to different countries, and every time I walk into a country, I respect the authorities that are there. I respect the customs and the people, and I have a wonderful, wonderful relationship with every country that I go with. I know some travelers who always have trouble, but then you watch how they act. You watch how they treat people, and they don't treat people very well. I like to treat people well. Why? I like to have a good time. I like to meet people. And so I have a wonderful time. And now I'm very lucky. I've found a great wife and living in a little house, and life is very sweet. Life is very, very good. And this is good. So I know from personal experience, if we can put the actions, if we can put everyday actions in our thought process in the Mahamangala Sutta, our happiness comes from inside. And even if something bad happens around us, we know that this won't last. Like Master says in TT Weapon, the sun will always come out, the moon will always come up, the clouds will one day go away. Something like that. Maybe I made a mistake there, but it always comes good. Even when some bad things happen, we can always have a positive outcome on it. It's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult to change the thinking because we might have some horrible things happen. But if we practice with the easy things, practice and keep practicing and practice it, then eventually it becomes normal to think, to have a good idea and keep thinking well. So thank you, Master. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you, John. Exactly. The happiness we can find anytime very close to us. What if we believe in law of karma and we mutual respect to respect the people? That's no problem. Congratulations. 3 years in Vietnam, you feel happy. But that's the secret, that path you apply, you follow, you can live anywhere. I'm sure. There are certain persons, they are only looking money, and they're looking happiness, but money they can find, but happiness they cannot find. This is a very interesting. So, yeah. Thank you. Congratulations. And Nippon people also waiting for you.
I'm waiting to get there too, Master.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. You come here. If you need one blanket, not enough, I can supply 2 or 3 blankets.
I have plenty of natural blankets.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I try to invite the yogi. Yogi ji. The yogi, he's the Hindu monk. It's very interesting. He take care of the cow, and he produced black diamond. Yeah. So you know black diamond?
Yeah, you put black diamond on the garden.
Yeah.
White diamond. What?
No, not sure. Black diamond is a unit. He produced black diamond. I'm sure. Diamond, they have the food and many things. Yeah. And no, this is non. I'm not lying. Huh? There's a black diamond. This is a unit in the world. I will discuss with Yogi. We will export the black diamond. Yeah. The white diamond you can see, but you cannot eat. With the diamond you can eat. If you put on tree, they give very good food. Yeah. Okay, please, Yogi. Yeah. Namaste.
Namaste. Good morning, everybody. Namaste. It's me, Yogi Samraj.
Yeah.
We are talking about peace and happiness. I'm from Nepal, and I'm Hindu monk. So, I mean, my English is poor, but I'll try to speak in English. I'm trying just. I'm a student of this Zoom session, so I'm trying. And you think I'm your daddy? If I got some fault, you got some fault, please excuse me. So we are talking about happiness. We can find money. We can find everything in our in the world, but we can't find happiness in world. Money can buy only bed, but can't buy sleep. Money can buy food, but can't buy hunger, hungriness. Money can buy everything, but money can't buy peace and happiness. Peace doesn't come from any materialistic. Peace comes from our thinking. It comes from thinking, and it comes from heart. If our heart is good, to maintain. For a good heart, we have to do good work, karma. If we plant chili, we can't get mango from there. What we plant, we can get that. So we have to do good karma. If we do, we did any work, but that work should acceptable for any person. But bad work, bad karma, no one wants to accept. Nature also don't want to accept our work. Then karma will return for us. So we have to do good work for happiness and peace. Now we are in violence, physical violence, mental violence, many more violence. But if we want peace and happiness, we have to stop violence. We have to stop crime. We have to stop our conflict. Thought of conflict of thought. So for stop conflict of thought, we have to do sadhana, we have to do pranayam, we have to do yoga, we have to do meditation, we have to go Buddha Marga, Buddha Path. Men are searching, means material happiness is like itching. Do you know itching? Warm. When we are warming, we are feeling better. If we stop, then it will give us pain. Means car, our home, means money can give happiness like eating only. But it is like guest. It can go any time. So for permanent happiness, you have to change our mind. We have to change our thinking. We have to change our karma, means work. What we are doing in our life, what we are eating, what we are thinking, where we are going. Then happiness depends in our every lifestyle. So change our lifestyle, change our life, and change our mind. Guruji, thank you, but my English is so not good. I'm just practicing. I'm practicing.
We understand. Because even we look at you when you are smiling, you talk people very happy. Particularly, you have very beautiful mustache. Yeah. And don't worry. Your English and my English is Karini English. Don't worry. And Johnny is a kangaroo English.
Kangaroo English, yes.
After some days, I can improve my English, I know. But
if I have time, then I can teach English. You teach me Nepali.
Okay,
so now,
sure.
Thank you very much for joining us. Now I would like to invite Minh Đạt.
Namaste, Master. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to share a few words on this topic. I appreciate, you, Master, to continue to reinforce peace and happiness almost every single week. And I think it's so important because it's the reinforcement each day that we live is, that continues the vibration to elevate, and strengthen that vibration of peace and happiness in each of us. I think there's the first and foremost, when we're in peace and happiness, the first person to benefit is ourselves. The immediate impact, when we're in peace and happiness, is our family, because we're able to share that positivity and that energy with our family, our wives, kids, parents, relatives. And when we go to work, when we go to an office setting, we also share and radiate that positive energy as well with everyone we work with. So I think, constantly reinforcing peace and happiness is such a wonderful thing, Master. And that's what you're doing week to week. And I appreciate the topic very much. There's also a general, also a movement, in the world, and belief that a certain amount of people who are consciously aware and can radiate and meditate and be in that peaceful happiness vibration could really change the world as well. And it only takes a small percentage to really impact the larger collective consciousness. So I think what you're doing is wonderful, because you're trying to, on a global scale, and on with each Zoom, with each talk, and with each talk that you're doing, try to, on a massive scale, change each one of us to vibrate to that frequency. And I appreciate what you're doing. In terms of, how do we get there, in terms of the methodology, the techniques, what John was, and I appreciate what John was saying is, it starts from within, right? It starts from within ourselves. When our perspective change, the world changes. When we change ourselves, the world changes. So everything happens, within us and starting from us. That's where it starts. And so how do we, from my perspective, and as my humble opinion, how do we do that? So it's the teachings of Master of Thầy Huyền Diệu, recite Mahamangala Sutra, read and bow, to Lotus Sutra, Kinh Pháp Hoa. And the reason why we do that, in my opinion, in my perspective, it's about sounds, sound and frequency. Sound is a very powerful dynamic in life, because it's everything in the universe is frequency and vibration. Sound amplify our thoughts and consciousness, and it amplifies what we do and what we think. Thoughts are vibration, thoughts are frequency. When we have thoughts, we have to be really conscious and vigilant of each thought, because each of that thought is a vibration that we emanate into the universe. And so when we read and recite Mahamangala Sutra, Lotus Sutra, and bow, what we're doing is that we're in my opinion, we're amplifying the positive energy vibrating out to the universe. And when Thay talking about the miracles, and everybody, when people who read and bow to the Lotus Sutra, Kinh Pháp Hoa, and they see positive results from that, I think it's we call it miracles, but it may not be just miracles. It's just science. It's science in effect, in the sense that we emanating out the vibration and the frequency out into the universe, we attract what we emanate. And when we attract, produces the vibration that amplifying our thoughts, that we have certain prayers going, prayers to for this, and then we we bow and we recite the sutras. We amplifying that thoughts and that prayers out in the universe, and guess what? The universe responds. And I think that's where miracles happens, but it's really just cause and effect. And I think it's really just science. So I think peace and happiness from a methodology, from a daily practice, from a daily ritual, it sounds. How do we vibrate the frequency from chanting sutras, chanting mantras, singing, I think laughter, humming. I think those are all positive vibration that we can do each and every single day to continue to vibrate that positive frequency out there. First and foremost, it internally it creates a coherent, a harmony within our body, our soul and the spirit. And when we're in harmonious frequency and balance, within ourselves, we radiate that positively, innately, to others. And so I think the master's teaching is brilliant. And I think we should really adopt that, because those are techniques and strategies that we can adopt each day. Read and bow, and read. When I say read, we read it, because we when we read the sutras, we amplifying the energy, we amplifying the frequency. Read and bow to the sutra, Mahamangala Sutra, Lotus Sutra, and we bow. And what we're doing is internally we vibrate that energy out into the universe. And internally, I think it balances us, it harmonizes us, it gives us that coherent, vibration within our body and our soul. And then naturally, we are at peace and we're at happiness, and then we can share, with our family first and foremost, the community, and to the world. And so that's my humble perspective on this topic, and I appreciate you allowing me to share this on this topic. Thank you, Master.
Okay, thank you. Now, Thầy Huyen, is there? Anybody want to join? Because this is very interesting. Frankly, tell you, in our life there's no peace. Life becomes useless. But how can we find peace? How can we get happiness? Frankly, to tell you, if we have the mud path, it's very easy. It's very close to us. Yeah.
Master, we have the Chinese monk is here today, I think. I saw him.
Yeah. One Chinese monk.
Yeah.
Good morning, Master Shifu. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, just now I heard of your visions and I learned a lot. As to me, the way to happiness and peace is to concentrate on my goal, on my lifetime goal. Yeah, and find enthusiastic in the sense in the everyday life, in the daily life. When I concentrate on my lifetime goal, I feel relaxed, and I feel happy. But if I lose my goal, I forget Buddhism meditation, and I can't find enthusiastic in my daily life. There is mentally conflict in my heart. So I think everyone maybe have the same situation. If we forget what we want to purchase in our life, so we go forward this direction, and we change our direction and we change our direction every time. So it will made mentally conflict. So I think it's very important for us to think, to calm down, and to look inside our inner heart, what we want to purchase in our in our whole life. And find enthusiastic in our daily life. It must be go forward to our to our goal. That is my vision. Thank you.
Don't worry. Your English is nước tương English. We understand.
Thank you.
Try to improve English, because we was born in different country, but through English we can understand each other. Don't worry.
I will try to improve my English. Thank you.
The master of singing gong, he also very great musician. So when you are sad, he play the music, then you will be happy. Listen music. That is the way how to find the happiness, through the music. Or we chanting the mantra. Or we you say every day, for example, every day the sunrise, we spend a little time, 1 or 2 minutes, or we can enjoy with a beautiful flower. You plant flower, lotus, or any kind of flower, and every day you give a little water. And then after a few days, after 1 month, we see very wonderful life. That is a happiness. Why we are looking happiness, and then at last we make many trouble and they're in jail. It's very sorry. That's a Buddha. In the Buddhism we call ignorance. You see, for example, now If we have millionaire, we don't have air. How can we survive? When we breathe the air in, then the air is free, but we have to respect. So I would like to request you, if you want to happiness, please respect the law of karma and respect the law of the nature. When you respect the law of nature, then suddenly you have wonderful thing in life. Whenever we go any country, we should respect the local law. And we local law, and everybody respect us. Nobody there to test us. That is the secret for the happiness. Anybody else? You? I think you also try to, this is a very good opportunity. Minh Phước Khiết. This
Hi,
is
Master.
a forum. Yes.
Okay. I want to share my experience. Thank you for letting me talk, Master. I would say for happiness for me is like when I watch your videos in Vietnamese to learn how to like kinh pháp hoa, chép kinh pháp hoa. So I do that daily now. And when I'm stressed at work, so I come home, I meditate and liken and chép kinh pháp hoa. I feel so happy, and like I just like all the stress and all the tiredness just go away, and it's a miracle to learn that from you, Master. I really appreciate it. And then it got me into like a lot of situations, like especially when I'm driving to work and the traffic in Atlanta is so bad, and like sometimes I almost get into an accident 4 or 5 times a day. But good thing, when I go in to my car, I pray, like I say the prayer for I usually do like one một tiếng chú đại bi, and like always like a near miss, but no one lucky and passionate. Luckily, like I never get into an accident until until one time I forgot to do it when I visit my mom. I was just being lazy that week while I was at home, and I was driving, and I forgot to say my prayer. I got into a car accident, but luckily I was okay, and like nothing happened to me. No broken bones or anything, no bruises. I was really, really blessed. So I learned, I think that is like, it's like a reminder from like the gods, like I should like practice daily, doing the Lotus Sutra, and like do my prayers and stuff. Like that's just a gentle reminder. That's how I feel when I was in a car accident. So I was really thankful for nothing that was happening to me, and now I'm perfectly happy and at peace with myself. Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, that is the happiness. That is truly happiness. $1 million. Why you could
Yes.
live in the bank, but always sorrow, complain, criticize the people. So now another section of my class. Whenever you have water to drink, food to eat, one place to sleep, don't complain. That is the happiness. And now you practice in Kapwa. For example, now we are millionaires, but we go outside. So many restaurants, they cook food, they are waiting for us. Like the John, when he in Vietnam, so many coffee shops is waiting for him. He doesn't have enough time. Wonderful. Yeah, that is the happiness.
Yes. Coffee in Vietnam is happiness.
Yeah, don't disturb the other person. And when you can offering the people by keep smiling, when you open the eyes to see the sun, we have to thankful to the universe. So I'm telling you something I feel very, very, very funny. They have a lot of things to enjoy, but the only way talking wrong things, criticize them, and when they see the end of part, people do the good thing, they criticize. They're never happy. So people, they be a trouble to them. They are troublemaker. I can say troublemaker. Even there's, I can say, I know some our friends. We are living in Europe. We are living in France. Paris is a beautiful city. There's 100 million people. They spend a lot of time to build beautiful city. We living there. They complain everything. They criticize everything. They say, "Oh, Paris like this, very dirty. Why the Parisian they keep so many dogs like this?" That is their way. If we don't like the dog, then we go to the place there's no dog. Why you criticize him? And when they go to copy, they say, "Oh, this copy is not so good." People not good, then we try to find another place. Why you complain everything? Even good weather, they also complain. Why today is a very good weather, and very cold also complain cold, and hot also hot. And they give cold water. They also complain. Why don't you hot? When they give hot water, why you don't give cold? Those people, even I'm telling you, they live in the diamond mine. But I think those people we should bring to the yogi to enjoy the black diamond. Yogi, he offer about 100 bags of black diamond. I think that people will be happy. Very interesting. Yeah. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Black diamond sandwich.
I think you see it like the mirror. If we look the mirror, we smile. And the mirror in the mirror is smiling. If we are weeping. Yeah. So be positive. Enjoy the life, whatever you have. Even we cannot big tree, we have small tree. The small tree, if we cannot a tree, we can a little flower. If we cannot be flower, we on the grass. The grass on the bank of the river. Beautiful. Yeah, that is my philosophy. Anybody else? Then if you have any question and the topic, please send me the message. So today is nobody put a question. Then I would like to thank all of you. Next week, we meet again if there's no earthquake. Okay? Thank you. Maybe, next week, I will in another country. I will now I'm in the land where Buddha was born. And next week, I will where Buddha got enlightenment.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
India.
Wonderful.
Yogi, I just want to say, can I say before we go, I met Yogi and the Chinese monk last year, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll meet soon.
Yes. Next week.
Yeah. Good.
Next week at the same time. I repeat again, if you know someone they need the black diamond, then come to the yogi. He has the big bank full of black diamond. I want him to export the black diamond. Diamond is very easy. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Namaste. Bye-bye.
Namaste.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mấy vị thích không? Thầy nói
Recording stop.